Alright my friends, so today we are going to talk about the fact that the Honkai Star Rail developers decided to buff Argenti before they even released him, and we will talk about how later on, and we will also go through all of the updates that are coming to Honkai Star Rail and the fact that the developers actually care about the community and what they think about the game. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe my channel if you haven't already to stay notified with everything new about Honkai Star Rail, and if you enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button and share the video with your friends. And without any further ado, let's just get started. So first of all, as you can see, we are getting a new permanent game mode. This new game mode is called Pure Fiction, and it's going to be similar to the Memory of Chaos game mode. However, it will play in a different way. Instead of facing a certain boss with its minions, you are going actually now to face multiple enemies that can respawn. And keep in mind what it is saying, enemies that can respawn. And the more enemies you defeat, the higher your score is going to be, and basically your goal is to hit the highest score you can to be able to get the 720 stellar jades that it is going to give you. Now, since it is going to be multiple enemies that respawn, that means that the perfect answer for this game mode is a character that can deal a lot of damage on multiple targets. And if you watched my previous video about whether you should summon for Argenti or not, he is actually specifically designed for something like this. He gets more energy from attacking multiple enemies, he increases his critical rate, and his ultimate is designed specifically to hit multiple enemies. So it seems that this Pure Fiction game mode is actually designed to buff Argenti specifically, but also any other character that can deal a lot of damage on multiple enemies, like for example inbibitor lunae or even Jingliu and Jingyuan. All of these characters are going to indirectly be buffed by this new game mode, but I think that the game mode's main character is going to be actually Argenti, until we get, of course, other characters that can deal multiple target damage as well. Anyways, this new game mode is going to give you, as I said before, 720 stellar jades, which is very awesome. The next update is actually for the Forgotten Hall and for the Memory of Chaos specifically. As you can see, they are going to add two new stages, stage 11 and stage 12, and each one of them is going to give you 60 stellar jades, which means that both of them are going to give you 120 stellar jades, and that puts us at a maximum of, or a total of 720 stellar jades for all of the stages. This puts it on the same level as the Pure Fiction game mode, which is really awesome. And that is for a reason, and we will talk about why later on. So next we have the Forgotten Hall auto clear function, which is going to allow you to actually clear the stages that you already cleared immediately, automatically. So for example, let's say that in the previous Memory of Chaos you cleared up to stage 5. And you play now the next phase of Memory of Chaos, you are going to be able to face stage 5 immediately, and if you face it and you get 3 stars on it, you are going to get 3 stars on all of the stages from 1 to 4 as well. So you are going to get the rewards for the stages from 1 to 5, all of them, and that's what they mean by auto clear. So this is actually pretty phenomenal change. However, keep in mind that it actually stops at 7. As I said before, the stages are going to be 12 stages, but the auto clear stops at 7. So if you clear higher than 7, you are going to go back to 7 every time, and you will be able to face stage 7, and if you clear it with 3 stars, you are going to basically acquire all of the rewards from 1 to 7, and then you are going to face 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is a really amazing update for people to be able to actually to lower the time consumption of players who try to clear the Forgotten Hall or Memory of Chaos every time. This is going to be so much time saving actually. Then we have the team setup memory challenge retry function launch. This is going to be basically allowing you to reuse the same team again against the same Memory of Chaos stage immediately without having to reselect the characters, which is going to save a lot of time for players, and you are going to also be able to restart the challenge from the second part of the stage instead of the first part, because as you know, every stage has two parts in the Memory of Chaos. So basically, if you clear the first one and then you didn't clear it as fast as you didn't clear the second one as fast as possible, you can actually restart it immediately, and you are going to restart it from part 2. And you will have your technique as well redeemed so that you can use them again and be able to face the enemies with it. So this is another amazing change that they actually made. Then we have also the availability adjusted and the duration extended, and this is basically going to be a little bit of a bad thing because of the fact that unfortunately Memory of Chaos and Pure Fiction aren't going to be two game mods that are going to stay at the same time. Or they will stay at the same time, but they won't reset together. So basically, one of them, for example, if we say Pure Fiction, is going to start this week. The next one, Memory of Chaos, is going to start 2 weeks from now. However, this one, Pure Fiction, is going to stay for 6 weeks, which means that the Memory of Chaos is going to start when this is still actually on. So that's why I said that they will be at the same time, but they won't reset at the same time. So the rewards are going to still stay the same. Unfortunately, it's only 720 every 2 weeks, just like how it was before. So having a new game mode didn't mean that we are going to get more Stellar Jades. Rather, it's just let's say a fresh air to the game, but nothing else. You are going to get only 720 Stellar Jades every 2 weeks. So basically, when this resets, this isn't going to be a reset until 2 weeks later. This is going to reset, and this isn't going to reset until 2 weeks later, and so on and so forth. So it's only 720 Stellar Jades every 2 weeks. That's sad, but it is what it is. And as you can see, they have a little of schedule here, as you can see if you want actually to see it. Anyways, there are going to be additional redeemable rewards as well. They are going to add self-modeling risings, which is the absolutely best thing they can actually give us as a reward. And they will also add some other items that we can get for clearing basically Forgotten Hall and Pure Fiction. Then we have some adjustments to the Nameless Honor roadmap. I am not going to talk about these because they are mostly for pay-to-win players, so I don't really care about that. If you are a pay-to-win player, you can stop the video. I'll go through them like this a little bit, so that if you want to read them, you can stop the video and read them. Anyways, we have also some future optimizations that they are going to implement for Relic related functions, and the first one is basically Relic Enhancement optimization. From now on, they are going to allow us to rapidly enhance the relics to a certain place where we are going to gain and use stats. So basically they will allow you to immediately increase the level to 3, 6, 9, 12 and 15. These are the different levels that increases basically the stats, and they are going to allow you to do it this way, which is really nice. And then there will be also some discard relic function that is going to allow you to basically discard the or salvage the relics that you don't want immediately as you get them, which is going to be very useful. And then there will be also recommended relic function, which is going to allow you to see the most frequently used relics sets for basically these specific characters. And it will be very good because of the fact that this isn't going to be basically dependent on what the game itself think, but what is used mostly. And that means that it will most likely give you a very optimal solution actually for your recommended relic, which is going to be very good. Because if we say that the majority of players watches YouTubers, and basically these YouTubers are obviously trying to make their relics as optimized as possible, this is going to make that the most frequently used relics are going to be actually the optimized set for that character, and that is going to give you a very good suggestion as to what you should actually use for your relics. Anyways, this is going to be a great change as well for those who doesn't really want to spend the time to search and to try to find the best relic set for the specific character. Then we have some changes to the Trailblazer profile setting, and basically for the pinned friends. For the Trailblazer profile, they are going to allow us actually to be able to show more information, which is pretty interesting. And they will also allow us basically to use more support characters. So instead of one support character, you can actually now use multiple support characters. They didn't say how many exactly, they just said that they are going to expand it. So we will see how many it is going to be, but having more than one is actually pretty good, because that is going to increase the amount of players that want to be your friends, because you have, for example, not only Jingliu, but you also have Seele and you also have Topaz, so that is going to be very good. And increasing the amount of information displayed, I don't really know. I don't really know if this is actually good or bad, but we will see, depending on what this information are. And the last one is basically the pinned friends support function. In the support screen, Trailblazers can pin some of their friends on top of their list in case there is a specific character that you always use, then you can pin it there so that you don't need to search for it every time. Instead, you can just immediately see it and use it. So this is another time-saving change that is going to be very helpful for players. So you can see that the game developers actually care a lot about the community, and I am really happy, especially that I came from a game, Honkai Impact 3rd, which the developers also cared a lot about the community, and they always try their best to actually make the game better and better. So seeing that the Honkai Star Rail developers are also the same and they are trying to make the game better and better is really amazing. I am really happy that I decided to make videos about these two specific games because they are just absolutely magnificent. Anyways, let me know your opinion about all of these changes that are coming in the comments section below, and I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so that they can enjoy it too. And if you got any useful information from this video, or if you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe my channel and turn on the notification bell beside it so that you stay notified with everything new about Honkai Star Rail. And with that being said, see you as always in the next video of Honkai Star Rail.